Not yet.
Pornhub, though.
Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live, guys. So just introduce yourselves.
I'm Paul Alexander.
Oh my God.
I'm Christy Lee.
I'm Nick Coffin.
I'm Paul Alexander, and we're with the band Jetter.
How'd you guys get the name?
So it was a band vote, actually. We were trying to decide on a name years ago, and somebody said Jetter would be a really cool name for a band, and I think Paul Alexander didn't want that name.
Nope.
And I actually wasn't formally in the band at that point just yet. And but the guys voted, and that just became the name. It means to break through. It also means the tingling sound you get in your ears after a rock concert. So it's perfect.
So it works.
I
Yeah.
never knew that.
I had to Wikipedia it to learn it.
Yeah.
So who knows if it's even real?
All right. Well, Wikipedia is 100%.
Yeah, everything you read on
You can
Wiki
count
has
on
to
that.
be
Right,
legit.
It
I'm
has
sure
to
it's
be.
legit. Yeah.
Has to be. We'll start with the hard question here. What do you want to leave as your legacy as a person?
Oh shit.
Are we allowed to cuss on here?
Are we allowed to cuss on here?
Sorry.
Sure, why not?
Okay. As a person, what legacy do I want to leave on the world?
Yep.
You know, while she's thinking, I know mine.
Okay,
I mean,
you go for it.
yeah, I want to. It always excites me to think that long after I'm gone, maybe people still listen to the music that I've written, and it'll bring them through a tough spot in their life, or it'll make them feel good and charged up and empowered. And and I'm not even on Earth anymore, and I'm still able to do that. I hope that's my legacy.
I would think that my legacy that I'd like to leave on the world would be a message of empowerment to people to understand that they can, whatever it is they want to do or protect or be or grow, they can. You know, you're your own engine, and it's all up to you. It's your life. Do something great with it. And I guess that would mean my legacy would be to tell other people that they can do something great, because I don't want to.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding, but that's pretty funny. Okay, good luck.
Yeah,
Nick.
I'm just gonna go
You
ahead
got
and agree with both of their answers.
Yeah, you can see it's going to be
Those are
really hard
solid
for me.
answers.
A lot of brainwaves in there.
I don't know, man.
He hasn't gotten that far.
Yeah, I just try to do the best I can, and I would hope that people, I don't know, I make people happy, you know?
Words of wisdom from Nikki.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm a quiet guy.
Nikki Sticks.
He makes a lot of sound. It's just with his drums.
Yeah. So do you have any advice for any musicians coming up now?
Yeah, for sure. Do it because you love it.
Yeah.
You know, you need to do it because you love it. I think if you're in it for any other reason, it's not going to work out, mate. So, do it because you love it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're expecting to get anything out of the music business, then they should get out of the music business. Right. So if they are doing it, they should do it because they love it, because it's all they can see themselves doing. And because it fits right, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think most musicians today are giving to the music business more than receiving from it.
I would agree.
So, you got to be willing to give, a lot to it. It's got to be something you love, and it's what you want to do.
She's a harsh mistress.
She is.
Mhm.
The music is a harsh mistress.
I'll say practice a lot, and have heart in it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe take up gardening.
Oh, yeah. In addition to the music,
You're going to need to feed yourself, so you might as well learn to grow something.
Yeah, so it's going to have to be, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Get chickens.
That's awesome.
That's a great question, though. Yeah,
That is a
really.
good question.
Yeah.
All right, here's a fun question for you. Last Supper scenario, who's your 12 at your table? One female.
I don't know that I know 12 people that I want to have dinner with.
Like, it could
Definitely
be.
like
Hold on.
bandmates.
Let me see it.
I'm sorry. It could be cartoon as well.
Okay.
Cartoon people?
It could be.
Can it be
Is
anyone
it-
at the time?
It could be anybody.
Damn. 12
Musicians, cartoons.
aliens.
Yeah. Oh my.
Okay, somebody else anyone have a go-to on this one? No?
Absolutely not.
Okay, 12 people I can have dinner with. Now, how long is this dinner party? Is this an awesome dinner party? Like,
It's your last supper.
oh shit. My
It's your
last-
last supper. You can.
Oh my god.
The cards are in your hands.
Well, up to 12.
Yeah, up to 12.
All right.
Freddie Mercury would totally be there
Okay.
if he could.
I know this is gonna sound corny for me, and I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I want my band and my kids, and all of my crew. That's 12.
That probably would be 12.
Yeah, that'd be 12. It might be a
12.
little bit more than 12. Our crew is pretty big, but yeah. So
Someone's
yeah,
got to go.
I want our whole crew.
You know,
our
the
crew and our band and my kids.
The truth is, as cool as it would be to have dinner with anyone from history, the right answer would be like family and close friends. And for us, or at least for me, and probably for all of us, our close friends are our band family. So yeah, I mean that would just be what it would be, because those are the people that we're closest to. So I mean, what's the point of having a conversation with Jesus if you're just going to die tomorrow anyway? You're going to meet him soon enough.
And at the head of the table, we want Rob from Concert Junkies to be there.
Yay.
Master of ceremonies.
Master of ceremonies. So yeah,
I can actually do that.
you got to break the bread, Rob.
So,
I'm actually ordained, so I can do that.
Oh, well, there you go.
Very cool. You do those weddings like for is that why you're
Anybody?
ordained, like to do weddings?
Yeah, I've done 3 so far.
Awesome.
What's your rate? Like, are they still married?
Yeah, everybody.
Hey,
is.
look at you beating the national average.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
everybody's still kicking strong.
There you go. You're doing something right.
Once in a while, we get it right.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
What is it? A broken clock's right twice a day. So
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right, if you could pick your own super group, who would you want as lead, backup, drums, bass, guitar?
That's so
my
easy
own
for me.
band,
Yeah.
of course. I might have a second bass player. Like, okay, we can add Steve Harris as our bass player for our second. We'll have 2. We can add extra guitarists, but I can't not choose my own band.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
And there's nobody in the music industry right now that I would want instead of somebody that's in my band.
Yeah.
Just because we've toured with these guys, we've been on the bus with these guys. I mean, we've even toured with Nicky before we got him in his previous band.
That's true.
That's why we reached out to him, because it's so important that you can get along with your brothers and sisters in the band, and once you find that and you have that chemistry, man,
Yeah.
there's really nobody else that can take their place, and the name doesn't matter. It's
It's
how,
a brotherhood.
it
It's
is.
how you connect.
It really
it's like
is.
a piece of a puzzle, and once you find those pieces, that it doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah.
We recently had to let go of our drummer.
Yeah, our
That's
drummer,
why Nicky's here.
our drummer retired, and that was hard.
That was
I mean,
really
it's-
hard
it was,
because we are a family and we are close, and that was that's going to be an ongoing feeling, like with him, even though he's not part of the band anymore. And so finding Nicky was perfect because we all fit together so
Right.
strongly, so tight, which is great because when you play, it has to be tight. And so once you have that, you don't replace them. I can't imagine like anyone from Van Halen saying, no, I would replace this person with that person. You do what you have to if someone leaves.
Rob, it's interesting because
Yeah.
one of the things we do differently as a band is whenever we are considering a new member of the band, when we were growing up, the first thing we did is we went out and had a pint with them and a meal, and we did that before we played a single note. And every time we would do that, the people would almost always say, like, well, why? Let's just see how we played together. And I said, it doesn't matter how well we can play music together if we can't get along. If we can't get along, then it doesn't matter. It's just not going to work. So,
Yeah.
we've always done that first. And it's why we reached out to Nikki, because we were like, that's so important to us that we want somebody who we know. We want somebody who we know we get along with and we can hang out with.
We can
and
push him around,
Yeah.
Doesn't take much.
But
Yeah,
the truth
it's
is,
critical.
I mean, looking back, we can all admit that, and in his 2 weeks of looking back, we've all grown as performers. So to say to someone, all that matters to me is your performance today, right now,
Yeah.
that's limited. I mean, that's really a limited perspective. And I think, it's someone's drive and their willingness to practice and continue to get better over time. That's what matters, because
Yeah.
it's an ongoing thing. And if people say that about like doctors, right? You can have the smartest doctor in the world, but if they can't reach out to you and connect to you on a compassionate level, what's the point, right? Now maybe that depends on if you have like cancer or needs heart surgery, but generally people need someone they can connect to, and then they'll develop them over time.
Yeah.
And I think that's
And Nikki was
in
bleeding
people.
at practice today, so I mean he's already given blood. So
Yeah, we're blood brothers.
Yeah.
We should not say that. That might be taken too far. Did you hear that?
You're really good at this, by the way, Rob.
Yeah.
You got some. You know the good questions to ask.
I feel like I'm playing.
Thank you.
Right?
All right. So I had a friend send me this a couple of days ago, and just want to see what you would do. Well, not what you would do, actually, just reactions here.
Okay.
What are your two favorite animals?
My two favorite animals. Probably for me, I would guess it would be a panther.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know, because you're probably going to answer next, but a panther and an eagle.
Okay.
Mine's probably a unicorn. Don't judge me. And it might be a fairy for the other one.
Okay.
If I had
That's a
to,
very honest answer.
if it is right, a unicorn and a fairy. If I had to say something other than a unicorn and a fairy, because some people might argue against that, I would say the snow leopard, the all white, like it looks all white, but it's actually a tiger. But the snow leopard up in the Himalayas, God, that thing is amazing. Yeah.
Tigers.
Lions, tigers.
I like
lions.
monkeys too. Monkeys are cool.
Okay. So, what is your feeling on the ocean?
Oh, I know what he's asking us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the what's your favorite animal? What's the 3 reasons why? What's your favorite body of water? Why?
I love the
Favorite
ocean.
color?
The ocean's one of my favorite places.
That's why we live in Florida, so close to
That's
the
fair.
Gulf of Mexico.
That's fair.
She's awesome. Yeah, how could you not love the ocean?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't live away from the ocean. Now that I live here again, I couldn't live away from a body of water.
Yeah, I get that.
What's your feeling about darkness?
Agreed.
Hello, darkness, my old
I mean, I feel like
friend.
I'm pretty well in touch with my soul, so. So darkness is my friend. I don't have any issues with darkness.
I don't like darkness. Personally, I don't like darkness. You can put me in a room that's all white and I'll be happy. You put me in a room that's dark and I'll be like, fuck, where's the corner? I'm scared. And I'll curl up like this so that I can try to protect myself.
I like the darkness.
Yeah, not me.
The darkness doesn't bother me. Yeah.
It's just the light's absent, but I like the light.
Yeah.
I prefer the light. Yeah.
I feel like you're going somewhere with this,
I know,
Rob. Like
right?
your brain is
I don't know the
like,
darkness question. I wasn't ready for
Right.
that one.
They're good questions.
They are. They're interesting.
All right. If you can send somebody one song to describe you as a person, your own music or not your own music, what song would it be?
Infinite Dreams by Iron Maiden.
Okay.
I wouldn't say the content necessarily describes me, but the song in itself is Monkey Business by Skid Row.
Hey, and you like monkeys.
mine would have to be Realize by Jetter. And,
Okay.
the music and the content. Yeah. Is it fair to answer a song that you wrote yourself?
You said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It is kind of funny to choose a song that you didn't write yourself, but I it's fine. fine.
Yeah.
I don't write songs to express who I am as a person most of the time. I write ideas, I guess they do.
I feel like
Incidentally.
all the songs I write is me expressed.
Yeah, through
So.
music. Yeah.
So I was taking it as more as like the lyrical content doesn't necessarily describe me, but
And
the energy
Nikki-
of it.
And Nikki
That's
is
fair,
a
as a
lyrical
drummer.
gangster.
Erla.
Yeah.
He's a lyrical gangster.
That's an old song.
Yeah, it's a good one though.
It is a good one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you had to send somebody a box of stuff to bring on tour to
For-
another band, what would you put in that box?
What would I send somebody in another band for their tour?
Yeah, like stuff that they wouldn't think of to pack.
Wow, we actually did this.
Yeah, we
I
did
actually
do
did
this
that.
actually.
Yeah.
So, it's not really the answer to the question, but we have had bands come through on tour when we weren't touring with them, and we would give them goodie bags. we're so corny. We would give them goodie bags
Yeah.
of candy and chips. And what else was in there?
We did it. We packed a whole
Um,
snack thing.
Yeah, just
So,
to give them fun snacks, just to make
we
it
put
fun
one of our
on the road.
we put one of our
Oh, yeah.
CDs in it,
We
and
did.
because
Some
you need.
stickers.
We figured you need music on the road. We gave them a sticker,
Yeah.
and then we gave them
Like Doritos,
Chex Mix, Doritos,
Chex Mix,
candy,
That's right,
and
homemade.
and I think a bottle of water, a little drink or something in there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're dorks.
Yeah, we're dorky,
Yeah.
but we were thinking of that because we go on tour.
I
Yeah.
suppose
That's
I'm,
right.
I'm gonna say toothpaste and a toothbrush.
Okay.
Probably condoms.
Yeah, right.
All right.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, that's all I got for now.
yeah, I think my favorite things to have on tour would be earbuds, so that when you're on the bus, you can like listen to your own music or listen to a book. And a mouthwash. I like the mouthwash idea because I don't always get to the toothbrush thing when I'm on tour, but I can get mouthwash and swish and spit from in the morning, any gas station. Yeah, so
Quick fix.
yeah, it's a quick fix. And then gum, like Trident gum, stuff like that to keep it real.
Yeah. I get that.
Um,
All right. I think that's a lot.
yeah. Bring your band. You don't want to forget them.
Mhm.
Can we put the band in the box for him?
I'm sure that's it.
The band in a box. Isn't that what a bus is? A band in a box.
It is kind of the band in the box. That's what the box is. It's
All
a
right.
band in the box.
So what got you into music in general? Like, do you have family members that play, or you just woke up one day and said, I want to do this?
Well, you go first.
Okay. My uncle, both of my uncles were in a Kiss tribute band back in the 80s called Destroyer in Maine. So I got into the drums that way, but my grandmother played bass in a country band, musical family sort of deal. So I grew up in it, around it anyway.
Yeah, so I'm one of a shit ton of kids, and my sister Bobby had a boyfriend named Philip, and he played guitar, and we went to his house one time, and he played "Running with the Devil" from Van Halen, and I watched him play, and I went, "Holy shit, I want to do that," and I've been playing guitar ever since.
Yeah. As the singer, I guess that's kind of different. I've been singing since I was a little kid. Not well necessarily when I was a little kid.
I didn't say I played guitar well since I was 12. I just said I played.
I mean, I've always.
It wasn't well.
It wasn't good.
I can mess up Smoke on the Water when I was,
Yeah, sure. I just mean, I don't have any musical stuff in my bloodline or anything like that. I always liked to sing. I always sang along and liked music and tried to learn different instruments when I was little. There wasn't a lot of support there for that, so that all just kind of died, and I went a different direction for a while with my life. But then it kind of came back, and it was really fun to just grab onto it and say, you know what, I can do this too, and just keep working and get to explore that. So it's been a lot of fun.
Is there any was there any bands or anything that said? I mean, I know your story, but I'm saying in general, is there any bands that you're like you wanted to that you idolized when you were a kid?
Oh my God.
Of course.
tons.
I mean, I don't think we could be musicians if we didn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you know what? It's there's so many. I mean, it's, you know, Van Halen, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Motley Crue. Yeah. Jeez, God, I could just go on and on and on. Death Angel.
Yeah.
I mean, Rush, Heart.
yeah, Journey.
All of them.
Genesis.
Yeah,
like,
it's just so much.
there's
Yeah,
so
I just
many.
can't,
There's so many.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think
And they do influence you, and you know, it comes through in your music. I mean, as you're writing your music, it's so neat to see so many different people come up and, you know, about the exact same song. They're like, wow, you know, I can really hear Iron Maiden influences in that song. You're like, oh wow, thank you so much, that's great. And then that exact same song, somebody will come and be like, you know, I really hear a lot of Heart
yeah, I was
influences
just gonna say
on
that.
that
And
song.
you're like, really?
And my response is the exact same, like, oh wow, that's fantastic, great, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because it's,
Yeah.
you know, we're in this generation, you know, we're among giants, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
We're blessed to
you
have
know,
that.
we're among giants now. So, you
Yeah.
know, for anyone to say that some part or any part of your song sounds like, you know, someone else, or, you know, something else that they heard that they thought was fantastic, hey, that's a hell of a compliment, and I
Yeah.
take it, you know.
Yeah. Makes me nervous sometimes too. Like, really? How close? Why? You know?
It's challenging sometimes though when you're like, so this song reminds you of Heart, and it reminds that guy of Judas Priest.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
so
I don't.
weird,
Okay,
Right?
sometimes
Yeah.
Judas Priest and Heart sound the same. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I think like I know I don't know as much about Nikki, but I think so too. I mean, we all and even the other members of the band, we like so many different kinds of music.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know when I was little listening, I mean, I grew up in the 90s, so I remember hearing like Celine Dion and Selena on the radio, right? And being like, wow, their voices are so beautiful. I want to sound like them. I can't, like, that's not my voice. But, you know, and then you get older and you hear some Simon and Garfunkel or the Mamas and the Papas or Footloose, you know, the Footloose cassette. And then you get a little older and you discover, you know, rock, you know, Motley Crue. Because for me, it all came after the fact, right? So I'm in the early 2000s hearing things from the 80s and going, oh my God, I love this. And then perseverating on it for years. So
It's amazing how diverse it is
Yeah.
just across band members too. Like, you know, my favorite type of music is classical music. Like, I just love classical music. I can listen to it anytime. And, you know, but we have another member in our band who his favorite type of music is like, you know, death metalcore music. Like, you
Yeah.
know, but it's,
That's really
but, you know, but
hardcore.
when we come together and we write, it just, you know, it feels right and it sounds good and it all comes together. It's just,
Yeah,
you know, it's neat.
it works.
you know?
It does. It works well. So, yeah, it's cool. I think music just it expresses feeling in sound in a way. So, you know, based on what you're feeling at the moment, you turn to a different genre or a different artist
Yeah.
that you connect to or that seems to connect to you, right?
My influence as far as like my style is more rock and metal as far as the way I play. But I mean, I listen to the Temptations. Like, I listen to everything.
Right.
So
Yeah. I think right before this came on, we were kind of, you know, jamming to Hungry Like a Wolf. So, you know, I mean, it's
I like
some
all
Duran
of it.
Duran. We
It
don't
sounds
jam.
good. It's good.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, you've got different
It
lists
touches
on
you in
your-
different ways and it puts you in different moods. And that's what
Yeah.
music is supposed to do.
Right. For sure. It depends on what your aim is. You know, your running playlist isn't going to be the same as your cooking playlist, right?
Yeah.
They're different. I'll have like French music. I don't even know what they're saying.
Yeah,
That's actually a
right.
hilarious story because
Yeah.
there's this song. It's some French song and it's really pretty and cool. And, you know, I jammed to it like while I'm cooking, whatever, leave me alone. And then I looked up the lyrics because I was like, what is this saying? I know what I'm visualizing, you know? And the whole song is about how I just want to smoke in bed all day. I don't want to get out of bed. And I'm like, wow, that couldn't be further from me. Like, I don't smoke. I don't stay in bed all day. Like, I don't stay in bed past 7, you know? But I thought it was funny that the song was able to connect to me, even though it's completely not
Right.
my type of verbiage at all. But it's just hilarious. People should do that. They should explore songs in different
Right.
languages and then shock themselves.
Mhm.
It's kind of fun.
Well, in that case, I do that.
You do?
You do?
That's
I do
good.
do.
That's
You do.
important. It's important to do. Anyway,
Yeah.
So, when you were a kid, who was your celebrity crush?
Topanga. Who?
that's a name.
Boy Meets
Yeah.
World, bro.
Oh, the girl? She was kind of,
So,
all right. You go,
there
man.
was more. I mean, I could.
Okay. All
It's
right.
just one of them.
I remember Boy Meets World, yeah. I think when I was a kid, it was Andrew Keegan. I thought he was handsome. I liked him when I was a kid, I guess.
I don't know. All of the blonde ones.
Good answer.
What was the girl? It was the one girl that's married to Kurt Russell. Didn't you have like her thing?
Are you talking about Goldie Hawn?
Goldie Hawn?
Yeah, no.
You had her thing? Who was it?
But you know what? She did have blonde hair in a couple movies. So yes, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. I think you're trying to say Sarah Michelle Gellar,
Oh, no. But yeah.
Buffy the
I
Vampire
think we all had a
Slayer.
crush on Sarah Michelle Gellar. Let's be real.
Yeah,
You know?
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
The whole band had a
Yeah.
crush on her, so. Band crush. Wow. That just,
Yeah.
that went places.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Rob said yeah. Like Rob was agreeing with that. Rob was like, yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar, yeah.
Yeah.
Buffy. Or don't not it's not even Sarah Michelle Gellar, it's specifically Buffy.
Buffy the
The
Vampire,
Vampire
Slayer.
Slayer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what is your favorite part about being a musician and your least favorite part?
Okay. I know mine right
Go
away.
ahead. Yeah, me too.
So my favorite part is definitely just singing on stage, in the moment, in the flow, or they're pretty equal. Being in the studio, I love singing in the studio, having the producer right there, like talking me through, working with me on stuff. It's so fun to like sing and then hear it and you know change things and make it where you want it to be. I love that. So, but stage is probably better than even being in the studio because you're acting it out with your body and your voice and you're all in. You know, it's like the flow. You know, that's my favorite part. The worst part is definitely the business of music. I think it's one of the worst things I've ever had to experience. No, just kidding. But there's so much crap, and it's really frustrating. And you try to just compartmentalize it, put it away, and then keep playing because you love doing it. But it's, you know, people will say their stories, and they're not wrong. I mean, it's everyone had. I don't want to say.
The business
I'll
end
bow,
of it.
I'll bow out on
The
that.
business end of it has just been raped. I mean, it just absolutely has been raped, and
I
it's
didn't even mean that.
and it's horrific, you know, to see like you know what how it's difficult for musicians to even make a living, you know, now because of the way that it's you know been you know destroyed business wise. But you know, I agree with Christy Lee, and my favorite part of performing, or my favorite part of being a musician, is performing and being up front. And when
God,
you know
it's
you're
fun.
playing and you look in somebody's eyes and they're singing your song back to you, you're like, this is why I do this.
Yeah, it's
Th-
cool.
This right here, this is why I do this.
It's so fun when you connect with the audience and you're feeling it and you're not thinking about anything else in the world.
right.
And you, I mean, I feel like for myself, I get to be someone when I'm on stage that I never really get to be when
Yeah.
I'm, you know, going to the grocery store. Right? It's a different mode, and it's awesome.
Completely agree.
But when I said business, I didn't necessarily mean where the business is at, although that's fair. I meant like some of the shady stuff that happens and, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I don't like that. People just need to be real with who they are, what they're about, and not put on airs. I don't like airs, the ego.
I'm gonna agree with the bad side on that, but a lot of it's the experience.
Yeah.
For me, the experience and meeting new people and just giving other people pleasure from playing for them.
It's in alignment with your legacy. Look at you. There he goes. Living the dream.
He's like,
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun.
So when does the light bulb click that you know when you go on stage, like the first snare, or is it you know like you change your entire persona?
For me, it happens without me trying to make it happen. So I usually don't go on with that feeling already, although I try to induce it. Like I'll try to like, get into it before I go on. But usually once I go on, the first song starts, and then maybe halfway through the song, I'm like, and we're off. It's kind of like, there you go. And you're just gone. You're there. You're in the sky. Yeah. For me, it just happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever feel differently. I feel like I am who I am. Like, I'm pretty much at practice. That's who I am on stage. So, it's just.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That's true. He is the same all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's no off.
What you see is what you get over here. So,
Yeah.
if you like what you see, that's what you get. If you don't like what you're seeing, then just get the funk out.
Yeah.
I'd say after a set might get up. Just
Really?
before I'm about to play, man.
What are you gonna do when you have a drum tech? Where's that?
Well, I'll be doing it backstage now.
Yeah, right.
It's just before I go on.
Yeah.
I get into that mindset. It's a different mindset than just hanging out. I guess.
I like to hit a couple I need to go through some steps it's about like fitting into the sock. You're not in the sock until you're in the sock, and then once you're in the sock, you're there. So it's like once you're on stage and you're doing it, and then the pieces are coming together, and you have that confidence, then it's you're going. It's good.
So I'm gonna let you flip it on me. You can ask me anything at this point.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I have no idea.
All right.
I should have said that.
Yeah,
Just
right.
kidding.
All right.
Pass.
What's your favorite thing about doing these interviews?
Meeting people all over the world.
This is where you say, who's your favorite band and why is it Jetter?
Yeah. Who's your all-time favorite band,
That you interviewed.
and why is it Jetter?
Way to put me on the spot there. But you guys are amazing.
Thank you, Rob. We appreciate you, brother. We really do. We do.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Anytime.
So why do you do this besides meeting people around the world? I mean, is it you just you like finding out new things about new people? I mean, why do you do it?
The reason I do this is to shine a light on people that probably would not be heard.
Wow, appreciate that.
So
Yeah.
I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of person. Like if I was going to be playing anything, it'd be the keyboards in the back. Like me doing this, it literally sometimes helps that to get your music more out there than just Spotify and
Right,
everywhere
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Because we've learned a lot about, I feel, as a band and as people, we're kind of learning how important your online presence is.
Mhm.
And it's something that that construct isn't one that we were raised with. I mean, we aren't the next generation that grew up with cell phones in their hands, So
I'll be honest, I grew up with beepers and trying to find a phone to call back home,
yeah, the payphones.
Yeah, right.
payphones. I couldn't
I'm
think.
on the save your leg now.
I was just talking about payphones the other day, and I think it was Paul. He's like, there aren't payphones anymore, and I was like,
Right.
There
where
are
did they
some-
go?
some
Like they have to
There-
still be there.
Really?
Wow.
Because I think I said something about, well, I always have to have 35 cents in my purse, and he's
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah, for a payphone.
And I was like,
First of
just
all,
in
it would be
case.
more than 35 cents now. It's not 1985 anymore.
It's like $1.75.
I wasn't even alive in 1985.
Right? Yeah, you weren't even alive in 85.
I wasn't alive in 85.
Well, that's a
I
nice
was.
35 cents.
I was definitely. I was there in '85.
Yeah, me too, man. It was a cool time.
I was almost conceived in 85, but not until February of 86.
Everybody needs
I was
to
a
know that.
Valentine's Day.
There you go,
baby.
folks. That's it. That's what
right.
all the information was for. so you can find out when she was conceived. When did Kristen Lee's mom and dad have sex? That's
Wow.
what this interview was about.
Yeah, I might need some foundation after that question.
No, you don't. It's the blush is coming through. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, those were the days. Just what do you call it? Flyers on cars, and this wasn't a thing.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's weird to realize that even though what we put out is a live show and music, that maybe we should be streaming that on Facebook, because maybe people don't want to get off of the couch to go to a show. They want to watch it on their phone, and it's so different. So we're learning that we need to maybe adapt, and that's the way the music industry maybe is needing to move in order to adapt to changing times. At least in America, it might be different, and it likely is different in different parts of the world because of the different advances in cultures, etc. But
so, like here's the thing: you kind of have to be on every platform.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
you do, right? It's tiring.
it's exhausting, man.
It's
Every
exhausting.
time you turn around, there's a new platform.
It's like, are
You
you on
have to-
Twitter, TikTok, Parlor,
No.
Facebook, Dingadongies, whatever,
Deezer.
like YouTube and Facebook. I mean, there's just a million of them,
know.
and you need to be on every single one of them.
This is a role that needs filled. We need a marketing
We need a wolf.
extraordinaire.
We need a wolf. Like you remember in The Office when that guy came up with like hey, it's called Wolf. So you just send one thing and it hits all the social media platforms.
Yes.
That's what we need. We need one
Yes.
thing and it hits them all at once, so you don't have to do it.
Right.
You
That's brilliant.
Like,
No,
hey, Yeah.
These days, you literally have to be on everything.
you
Yeah,
do.
You do.
You do it. I mean, just
and that's
today.
a full-time job in itself.
Just today, Christy
Yeah.
Lee was like, "Hey, do you know if that our next show is this Friday at New World Brewery?"
Right.
And she said, "Did you get that on Instagram?" I said, "It's on Facebook."
And
Oh,
I
is it on
said-
TikTok? Well, I don't know. It's on our tree or whatever. Oh, well, it needs to be on Instagram too. What about Twitter? Did you? I'm like,
Right.
oh my gosh. I was like,
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I know.
It-
We're weak in that area.
make
And-
sure you put
and-
on Bands
and
in
that's-
Town and Go Tonight and go. It's like,
yeah, it's interesting because it's almost like, could you imagine if Mozart had to be like a Facebook marketing wizard too?
right?
Like, I mean, it's
It's
there can be
'cause
amazing music out there, but unless you can have it shown through blah 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 blah
Yeah.
foreign language here,
It's really
it
become
doesn't matter, does
unfortunate
it?
because on
Yeah.
top of writing incredible music, and this, I'm not just talking about us. I'm saying like there's a kid out there who
Right.
writes incredible music, but if he's not a social,
Networking
media,
genius.
social marketing genius, then you're never going to hear his music,
Yeah.
and that's a shame.
You almost have to have some
A
kind
lot of
of
that, okay.
structure built around that child from an early age in order to promote that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
dad just happens to be in blah, and mom just happens to, and so it kind of creates that. So when you're really working from the ground up, you're starting behind. You're starting late. So, but whatever, you do what you got to do.
So we appreciate you, Rob, when you say
That's right.
we're going to be posting this interview on all these different platforms. Hats off to you, mate, because
Yes,
we
thank
appreciate
you.
you getting that out to everywhere.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's not an easy task.
I've learned that what do you call it? It does take a little bit of time, but by the end of tonight or tomorrow morning, it'll be up. But
Yeah.
because here's the thing: if they missed it on YouTube, they're gonna find it on TikTok. They're gonna find it on Facebook,
Yeah,
Because
you're
people
right.
use different platforms, and that's
Yeah.
just the way of it.
or they use all, and
Yeah.
your content is not always going to be seen. You could have something up for 16 hours, and it gets shuffled in with everything else.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. The
Yeah.
algorithms and all that. Yeah, I think there should be that's a job, that's a profession, someone who can navigate that successfully, learn the ins and outs and sell that. That's a great niche for someone.
Yeah.
We'll stick with the music, but that's
Yeah.
someone's job, So yeah.
What's the favorite song of yours that you play live? I know they're all your babies, but
Right.
My favorite song to play live isn't necessarily my favorite song, although it is one of them. But for me, my favorite song to play live is Awake. And that's because I do different theatrics and different songs. And in Awake, I get to have some fun. And I have fun with a lot of the songs, but that's my favorite. Yeah. To play live.
For me, it's 5 minutes. And because that song means a lot to me. And I can't play that song without reliving the emotion that I had when I wrote that song. And I feel like I get to share that emotion with like all these people. And so for me, that's, my favorite song to play live.
I can't answer that because I haven't played any live yet. I just
This
moved here from
Friday.
Maine 2 weeks ago, so
Yeah, he just moved from Maine to come down and play for Jetta.
But what's
That's
your
amazing.
favorite one to play in practice? Because you've been, learning all these songs.
probably the last one on the set.
Wander.
Yeah,
Wander's a
definitely-
great song, and it's a lot of fun. I was toying with that one as my favorite one.
Yeah, he gets really excited when we play Wander. You can see
Well, it's the
it.
first song I learned as well, but
So that
Yeah,
helps.
Wander's a great song.
I don't
That's
know.
a
It's
high
upbeat,
energy
it's-
song.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's all kinds of little fun things in it. There's a lot of good drum fills, so yeah, that makes sense.
If you weren't playing music, what would you be doing?
Wow. That's the deepest question you've asked yet, Rob.
I'd be doing carpentry, listening to music, wishing that I was playing music.
Right. Oh my gosh. Nothing I want to do. I can tell you that much. I know, stripping. No, I don't.
I've thought about it.
Yeah, I don't think we want to see that.
I'm not going to say stripping.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Okay. So, I mean, I'd find another outlet for my creative or emotional sense of self somehow.
Stop it. Okay, she'd be a gardener.
That could be my outlet.
Every day she's like, I bought a new plant. You guys have to see this plant. Look, I'm gonna get this plant. Like,
I got
ordered a plant
blueberries
online.
today.
I got a plant online. We stopped practice today because she was like, look, I got blueberry plants. So, like everybody in the band
I
has to
did.
celebrate with her that she got a blueberry plant.
No, 4, because you can't just have one
Oh,
blueberry.
Yeah,
Because they
see?
cross pollinate.
Here it comes.
So
Here it comes. Sorry,
there's that.
Rob. And there's your
Freaking
answer.
great.
Okay, I'd be a botanist, or I would have a nursery or
Yeah.
something, or I'd be a permaculture guru or something like that. I'd find a way to save the world.
One blueberry at a time.
What did he say?
One blueberry at a time.
Yeah.
Hey, blueberries have a lot of antioxidants, so they're good.
So that would be your superpower.
Yes.
What?
Super antioxidants.
Yes.
No, it'd be like to make anything grow. Like, wouldn't that be cool? And like X-Men, they could have like someone that just makes stuff grow, and that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like vines and stuff.
Like, give me another tomato plant.
Oh, that's gay. I just mean like, that'd be a cool superpower, right? Like make
Yeah.
trees grow. You could like surround
I would
yourself
make
in
money
dense
grow on
shrubbery.
trees.
Yeah, make money grow. Yeah, that'd be great. We're musicians. We don't know how to make money grow.
Damn.
Anyway,
We know how to make it go away.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What would your superpower be?
I don't know.
You know, you've thought about this since you were like 12 years old. It's gone from like being invisible to flying.
I would like to read minds, actually.
Yeah. That's why you
that'd
interview
be
people,
cool.
so you can hear our minds. And that's
Hey,
cool.
you know how to instantly make a musician a millionaire? You give him
Do
a
I know?
$1 billion.
Do I, if I,
You give him $1 billion. He'll instantly
Yeah.
be a millionaire.
$1 in a dream.
That's hilarious. So instantly just knock it down.
Right?
$1 in a dream.
Billionaire
That's
to millionaire.
hilarious. That's what
Yeah.
so, like the richest man in the world should start doing, right? Elon Musk needs to start his own rock band.
Don't give him any ideas.
He could start his own stock for it, you know? They could call it like Musk, could be the ticker, you know?
So I had this conversation the other day. A different, if a certain singer was in a different type of genre of music, would it still sound the same?
No.
Like I think it would be cool to see Eddie Vedder in a metalcore band.
Oh gosh,
I
I
think
think
that-
It would completely change it.
So
I'm not saying it would be bad.
I
just
think it's
wouldn't
been
be
done
the-
already. So I don't know that you have to explore that from like a creative standpoint, because a lot of times solo artists will go out and do their own thing, right? And the sound is different, even though their voice is the same. And it throws people for loops sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, wow, that's that person from this band. Wow, you know, because it doesn't fit with what they know of how that person should sound. You know? I don't want to give any examples because I don't want to be offending my idols if they went out on solo acts that didn't meet, you know, society's idea of what the standard should be, because that's not fair, you know. But it would certainly be a different sound to the music. But the voice should, I mean, it's the same tonal quality, right? So I don't know. The voice should sound the same, because it's like a harp in a rock band is still going to sound like a harp, right? It's just going to be played differently. Unless, of course, you're that one band from Europe that has like the folklore music in the background.
Yeah, I think if you put Eddie Vedder in a metal band, you know, the music would still sound very metal. But I think as soon as Eddie Vedder starts singing, you'd go, "Oh, that's Eddie Vedder."
Right.
That kind of brings it back a notch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, it's that singer is that singer, and he's going to have his own style, and
Right.
even though he's playing a different genre, his style is still going to come out in that genre. So, and I think it would probably, you would definitely be able to call it out, like, oh my gosh, that's Eddie Vedder.
Right.
You know?
It'd be interesting for someone who's not yet known to immediately come out in two different genres, right? Because then people would
Yeah.
hear both, and then they'd start to, you know, see where that maybe person seems more suited based on the ear of the listener, which that'd be an interesting
Yeah, that
thing.
is interesting. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
that'd
very
be cool to do.
Yeah.
Someone should do that.
Definitely not me though.
I don't know why, man. It sounds like something perfect for you. Hmm.
Maybe try that next week.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll write an 80s song and see what happens.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
So where are you guys playing next?
So we're playing at the New World Brewery in Tampa, Seminole Heights area. We have a show there on Friday, July 1st.
Mhm.
We're playing with Seven Kingdoms. They have a new album coming out called Zenith, and that's their opening night for that album. So we'll be playing there with them. We haven't played at the New World Brewery before, so we're excited about that. The show was initially scheduled for the Orpheum, which we've played at the Orpheum.
The new Orpheum, but
But the
it's not really
Orpheum-
open yet.
The Orpheum is moving, and so it's called the New Orpheum. But the New Orpheum actually isn't ready yet. So it's the Hold On Just a Minute Orpheum at this time. So
right.
that's what we're playing at the New World Brewery. So
Mhm.
it'll be a good time.
And then August
You-
12th, we're back in Tampa at the Brass Mug. And then the 13th, we're going to be up in Leesburg, and the 14th in Jacksonville. So we got a nice little trip coming up here.
Yeah. Good.
Is there any place that you would love to play that you haven't yet?
Europe.
Yeah,
Europe.
which is actually in the works. So that's
So-
all we can say about that. But it is in the works for us to go to Europe and play.
I haven't been to
10
Europe yet,
cities.
so just want to go to Europe.
Yeah.
In general. I keep teasing them that I'm not coming back once we go. Once we go to Europe, it's like, oh, see ya.
All right.
I'll be here.
Yeah,
Can't say
once
that.
you start growing shit over there, it's over.
Like,
As soon as she puts down a couple of plants.
I know. Like,
I-
I'm rooted. I'm stuck.
I am in Scotland. Maybe we'll stop by and she can plant a plant on it.
There you go. Yeah.
She's gonna walk around with seeds in her pockets.
I had that idea. I thought it'd be so cute to have things for squirrels. Like, so wherever you go, you could feed the squirrels.
She'll be arrested for having seeds at the airport.
Be like acorn. Well, that might be a little
Oh, they're
large, but
definitely gonna.
you could carry
confiscate
like
your
corn.
seeds.
Right. They're gonna
That'd be
confiscate.
so cute.
Your
Because
seeds are getting
They're gonna
confiscated.
throw it.
I'm not. You never know when you're going to see a squirrel, and if they eat out of your hand, that's the cutest thing. So, don't judge me.
No,
There's
judging.
squirrels
I
out
like
front.
squirrels. Yeah, I have squirrels, but my dog chases them away.
You just put little like satchel bags on the side of the dog.
So wherever he goes,
Yeah,
he
right.
They'll
drops some
chase him
seeds.
around.
There you go.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I like squirrels. Yeah,
Yeah.
chipmunks. We don't have chipmunks really down here.
No.
Sad thing. They're so good at hiding anyway. So.
I'll grab one when I go back home.
Bring them
Oh, that's
down. Bring a
mean.
family of them down.
What do you mean?
That's mean. Let it have its life.
Probably. It's a little warm down here, actually.
Well, maybe he wants to move to Florida.
Maybe he does.
Maybe it's gonna start a whole new life.
I'll
then.
ask him.
And maybe it'll be a drummer in a little chipmunk band.
If he comes to me, then
Alvin.
Yeah, right? I was thinking that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Theodore? It's fun. What about you? Is there anywhere you haven't been you want to go?
There's a lot of places. I really want to eventually take the train ride through Sweden and Germany and Russia, but not now.
Yeah, I would wait on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Though.
I'd love to go to Sweden
Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
Germany. Yeah.
There's a train that, what do you call it? I don't know where you pick it up from, but you just, it's like going on a cruise ship, but it's a train.
Yeah, and it's like a high-speed train or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That you-
Oh, I don't know.
You can go through
Yes,
all those countries, like all the European countries. It goes through all of them.
But if you go through them too fast, then what's the point? You should walk
Because
through
there's a
them.
lot of them to get to. You got to see them.
No, I'm just going to walk. I'm just going to go for a long walk, and then I'm going to go through all the countries
With seeds in your pocket.
with seeds in my
Exactly.
pocket. And I'm going to sing the Sound of Music. Why not?
Wow.
I'll do like the Griswold style.
Wow.
Are you going to cover that next?
No.
No.
We were teasing about one song to cover. What was it? We said we should cover. I think it was more Skid Row. We thought that'd be cool because Nikki loves Skid Row, and we used to do Youth Gone Wild. I love singing that song, so maybe we pick that back up.
Have you ever seen Skid Row?
Have I ever seen them? No, unfortunately. Yeah,
Good times.
I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah,
What was your first concert?
Britney Spears.
I kind of figured that. For some reason.
I was like 12.
But she got through therapy, and then, she's all better now. She's all better now. She's recovering.
I'm recovering from my teenage pop years. Spice Girls, Britney Spears, TLC. That was late 90s for you.
Yeah. What was your first concert, Rob?
Family Values Tour.
Nice.
Well, that was my first big, arena show, but
Yeah.
we had a place called Birch Hill by me. I was there like every weekend.
Nice.
Wow. I did make up for it. My second and third and fourth big concerts were all Iron Maiden, so
Okay.
I made up for it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mine was actually an Australian Pink Floyd tribute band.
Oh.
Okay.
It was solid though.
Mhm.
Close your eyes and you're there. I can't see them live now, so
Yeah, sure.
it was about as close as I could get.
Are you going to any shows just to be a patron this summer?
Iron Maiden tickets
Hey, everyone there, Maiden show.
when they come back
Yeah,
around,
Yep. in
Yeah.
October.
Born of Osiris is playing in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'd like
I
to
met
hit
them.
the-
They're really nice guys.
Yeah,
I had a beer with one of them.
nice.
They were playing the tour with Killswitch. It was like
Wow.
2 years ago, I think.
I've never seen Killswitch.
Wow.
I really want to see Lamb of God. I've never seen them. They're one of my favorite bands.
What's really cool is we've talked a few different times now about Iron Maiden being her first concert, and like us growing up with Iron Maiden, and we actually got to play recently a couple of shows with Nico McBrain.
Hmm.
And he has a band he does on the side called Titanium Tart, and so we did a couple of shows with him. And God, those are him and his wife are just the nicest people you'll ever meet.
They
Man.
are. They're really
I'm telling you,
sweet.
they're just the best people you'll ever meet, and they're super nice and super down to earth. And
Yeah.
you know, the guy's so damn talented, man. It's just-
Amazing.
it's
He's
not even
just like
funny,
having
you know?
fun up there. Like he's not even working, not even just.
Nah, yeah, just having
And
fun.
the music's just crazy, amazing.
But you know, you
incredible.
think like, you know, I've been to these concerts as a kid, and I, you know, grew up, and I know I'm heavily influenced by these guys, and here we are, like
yeah,
playing a
that's
show with them.
amazing.
And like, and a couple of years ago, we actually did a show with Steve Harris too, with British Lion.
Yeah,
And
Really?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
the
they
same
were great
thing.
guys,
They were
too.
great guys too. He was
very
super nice
kind.
and very
down to
kind and very down to earth, and just you
Yeah,
know, it's amazing because it's, you know, it's.
because they don't have to be.
Yeah, they don't
You know?
have to be. I mean,
They
look
could
where
be,
these guys have
you
made
know,
it. They don't have to be down to earth and nice
right?
guys, but they are. I mean, they're really,
Like,
you know, nice and just pleasant people to be around and talk
Yeah.
to. You know,
I couldn't believe it. Steve Harris stuck around after the show and signed every piece of anything someone wanted autographed, like that night. I mean, he
and
spent
didn't charge
he spent
a dime.
hours
And
just
didn't charge a
standing
dime.
there.
And Nico did the same
and
thing.
and there was just a huge line out the door, and he just stood there and smiled and shook hands and took pictures and signed autographs, and I just thought, wow, I need to be like that. If you know,
We
if
said
I
that,
ever make
yeah.
it, I need to make sure that I stay, you know, humble and modest and kind, and I sign autographs, and I appreciate where I am wherever that is, you know, because wow, you know.
You know, and you got to see, you know, when you're you're standing right next to these guys doing that, and you're watching them interact with you know, each one of these people, and you're
Yeah.
inspired by it, and
It
you're like,
is.
you know, I
Yeah.
want to be this when I grow up. This is what I want to. I want to make sure
Yeah.
that when somebody asks for mine, I'm not charging for it. I'm not saying $50 to get a picture with me.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you know,
that
what did Steve say? Steve was, oh, thanks for coming to the show, mate. You know, oh no, I really appreciate you. I'm like, he appreciates them. I'm like, it was blowing
It
my
was
mind.
great.
Like I just
it's
think,
really
and Nico's the same
Yeah.
way. I mean, they're just. I want to maintain that, and that's what
Yeah.
I got from them. These are my role models, and I want to maintain
Yeah.
that. You know, later on, I want to make sure that I always appreciate the people who came out to hear us play.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's really cool because I feel lucky because so many people like musicians, and then they find out that the musician's, you know, not the nicest person in the world. Let's just say it that way, you know. But I feel lucky that the people in the band that I most admired as a kid or as a teen, you know, really, and even to this day, are awesome people. Like, wow, thank you. I'm so glad that, you know, they can still inspire me in ways that are more appropriate for me as an adult now, you know, not just as a musician, not just as an ear, but as a person. Like, that's well done, guys, you know, really.
And they've obviously inspired everyone around them too. I mean, their whole crew were really nice. We got along
Polite,
so well with the whole
respectful.
crew, and
Yeah,
they're all so very nice and respectful. And
absolutely.
Rebecca and Nico's wife, she's just amazing. She's, you know, just
So sweet.
so sweet, such a big
Yeah.
sweetheart. And you know, the people around them are, you know, they just rub right off on the people around them, and that's such a refreshing, great
Yeah.
thing. You
It's-
know,
yeah.
it makes you want to be a part of it so much because you feel like,
It does.
you know, these are my people. I love these people, and this is
Yeah.
what I want to be, and
Yeah.
this is the way I want to feel
Yeah,
good too.
for sure. And then it's,
You
it's
know?
funny because that's how you feel at the end of like one of their concerts, which is something that I want to be able to have, you know. When I'm at an Iron Maiden concert and it's over, I'm like, no, I don't want to go. Like, I'm here. Like,
Right.
I'm here. Like, we're all feeling this together. This is like a group experience, you know, almost. And so when it's over, it's sad. And when they came and we got to play with them, it was the same thing again. So I guess things go downhill, right? So if the band has that and they're tight and they're good with each other, and then it spreads to the crew, and then it comes out in the music and it comes out in the vibe, and then everyone just feels that fullness. Yes, you know, that's what music. I think
Yeah.
music should be performed live. It should be a connection. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
What's your feelings on it's kind of a new thing going around. They have these things for cell phones for concerts. They make you put your cell phone in it and you can't take pictures.
That sounds
Yeah,
weird. I don't know
I'm-
why.
You know, I'm kind of
It's your property. They can't take your property.
Okay,
right?
so I'm the oldest person in the band, and I'm gonna say this. That's weird, mate. Like, why? Why are you doing it? Like, look, the technology exists. They're gonna take pictures of us. They're gonna share pictures of us.
Yeah.
It's free advertisement. I
It's
think
not always the best.
when
but
you see that happening, I think a band is trying to monetize them signing a picture for you that's already pre-printed or something like that. The band is thinking about monetizing
Time
something
management,
somewhere.
I'm guessing.
But I feel like, look, the technology exists. I'm playing a show. If you're going to record it while I'm up here and share it with your social media, well, thanks for the free advertising, mate. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I what people do is up to them. I'm not trying to tell people what they can and can't do. So if somebody wants to do that and tell their patrons not to do that, well, okay. And if people disagree, then they just won't go. Would I not go? I hope they tell you beforehand, because I think I'd have a hard time giving up my cell phone to some stranger.
I can't,
No.
I cannot be holding it.
Like,
No, you can have your cell phone on you, but they put it in a box. It's like a box thing to hold on to your cell phone.
I mean, what if there's an
What?
emergency? I don't. But okay, so whatever. I don't think I would force anyone to do that. I think I've had plenty of bad pictures taken. It's fine. It's life. You got to be human. Better or worse? Mostly worse.
Yeah.
So
So
do you have any messages for your fans?
thank
you're
you.
out there. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you. I mean, thank you. We appreciate you, and we thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for getting into the music, and we hope you enjoy it for years and years and years to come. Show your friends, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Come see us Friday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just thank you.
yeah,
Enjoy
thank
the
you.
music and have a good life. Really, that's all we all want. I just want to have a good life.
So at this time, promote your social medias and what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do that, and we have we're actually picking up the pace on that a bit, and we have somebody now involved in the band who is actually pretty good at that.
She's awesome.
Barb. So thank you, and
Yes. Shout out to Barb.
So and without her, I mean, we wouldn't be doing what we are doing. So we know we need to pick that up, and we know we need to do more of it. Rob, the thing is, we see a lot of fake stuff going on with that, like fake Facebook numbers and fake Instagram numbers and fake Spotify and
and-
fake listens and fake, and we're not interested in that. We don't do that. We keep telling everybody, like, no, like, our stuff needs to grow organically. We don't go out and buy friends. We don't buy likes, and we don't buy listens.
We don't buy drugs.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, we want that to be organic. We want it to show, like, look, this is what's happening. This is what's really happening. And, I don't want to fake out our fans to be like, oh my God, look, millions of people are listening to that song. Why are only 3,000 people listening to that one? Well, I mean, they
'cause
bought
it's not
songs,
real.
right? So,
It's-
they bought listens and
And-
plays. So I agree we need to manage our social media better. I definitely agree with that.
yeah.
But we kind of draw the line at displaying fake numbers.
And I think that's part of the problem to some extent with when I said, like, the ego and music. You get people who want to be rock stars, and so they make it look like they're bigger than they are because they feel like that's what they're supposed to do. And I just think, just be who you are. Like, who cares? If you make the best song in the world and it means something to you and it means something to somebody else and you put it out there and it never becomes on the top 10, then who gives a? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word right now, but who
You
cares?
can.
Thank you. So but there's all kinds of people wanting to be someone other than who they are. And then other people trying to say, yeah, you are someone other than who you are. And it's like, no, stop. They're not there. You're not going to get them there. You're not there. Just, it's okay. Like, just stop lying. I don't know.
I mean, we've
It's
played
weird.
with people in the
Am I wrong?
past who have said, like, oh, we have 10,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. We have 1 million listens on this song and 40,000 likes on Facebook, and and then we did the show, and like after we finished playing for them, like the room cleared out, and we were like, what's going on? And we got yelled at. I mean, they were like, well, where are all your people going? Where aren't they going to stay to watch our show? And I'm like, mate, I can't
I don't
control
know.
anybody. I'm
You
not
know.
in control of anybody. But
We don't tell them what to do.
I mean-
we say we'll hang out.
I mean, we kind of agreed to do this show because we thought you were bringing a bunch of people. So,
We wanted more people
You
to
know?
share our music with.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, when you had all these big numbers, I mean, you expect people to show up.
There's a huge disconnect between what you see online for people and what's real in a show. And does that mean that there really aren't that many people who are interested in them? Maybe not. Maybe it just means that there are a lot of couch potatoes. You know?
So you know, Rob. I mean, you know, we agree with you. We definitely need to, you know, make a bigger presence. You know, on social media, we agree with that. You know, we definitely need to manage that better. You know, we're musicians. We're not, you know, social media experts, and you know, we are. You know, we do have somebody now involved with the, you know,
Which is great.
with the band that, you know, is better at that than we are. So,
But
and we're
still
getting a lot of
learning.
help there. But we just draw the line at fake numbers, mate. Like we do. We draw the line at that, and we're like, look, this is who we are, and we're putting it out there, and what you see is what you get. I mean, that's, you know, look at the numbers, you know, get excited about it, don't get excited about it, but that's what's happening.
That needs to be a song.
What
We need to write a song about that.
you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and relate it to the music industry or something. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
That's a great question, there, Rob. Really.
Yeah.
And great advice too.
Thank you. Where? So you announced 2 of your shows, but where else could they follow you?
Or what?
We're on YouTube. Official Jetter.
Officialjetter.com,
Officialjetter.com is our
That's our
website. Official Jetter for Facebook. Official Jetter for
Instagram.
Instagram.
Is that it?
You know,
I think there's a
yeah,
Twitter, but
everything
I don't
is Official
know,
Jetter.
'cause
Everything
I don't
is
think
just-
we use it.
Everything's Official Jetter. You know, we tried to get Jetter.com, but it belonged to an insurance company somehow. Yeah, but so it's all Official Jetter is what it all
Yeah.
is. But we're on Spotify, we're on Pandora, we're on every musical platform you can be on. We're on it.
Yeah.
We have a new music video getting ready to drop, and that's for Egyptian Nights, and that's really, really cool. We went out to California. We did a tour out to the West Coast.
It's a lot of fun. Never
We got
been
to play
out
in
there
LA.
before.
That was fun.
Yeah,
and
we've never
but
out there.
we recorded the music video out there, and man, it's just fantastic. I can't wait for that to come out, and it's coming out very soon. So you know, keep an eye out for
Yeah.
that. You know,
Super excited. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
and
It
it'll
was a
be on
really
it'll be
neat
on our
place.
YouTube channel, Official Jetter
Mhm.
for YouTube. So.
Yep. Where we also have a different music video.
And we have Realize
song.
up there right now. Yeah, Realize is our first ever music video,
Yep.
and that's really cool. Like I said before, Rob, that's one of my favorite songs. You know, Realize. It's, you know, I feel like that song is, you know, could be my mantra.
So I'd like to thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
appreciate
Thank you
you.
so much. You had a lot of really great questions. That really got us talking, so that's good.
Except Nicky.
Yeah.
It's all right.
He's
Nicky,
the quiet
yeah.
one. That's why he plays the drums so he can be the loudest one.
Right.
You know. It's all about balance.
You could be the quiet person in the room and still make noise. So,
That's right.
That's deep.
That's right.
last question before we cut this: What was the best advice you ever given?
I ever received.
Yes,
you ever
received.
Oh, that's your favorite. Oh, okay.
I need to listen to advice more.
I don't know. Treat others how you want to be treated.
That's just the
That's
golden
it's
rule,
common,
man.
but it doesn't matter. It's advice.
Okay.
Most people don't believe in the golden rule, so
Really?
yeah,
You just not follow it?
people don't follow the golden rule.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't believe in it. That means they're not good at it. I don't know. Gosh.
For me, it's our friend Rebecca told us, you guys have something really special here. Just don't ever give up on it. Don't ever stop.
Yeah.
And that was really special to me. And I'm never gonna ever forget that.
Mine was something similar. It wasn't related to music, but the person was saying about another goal that I was chasing after at the time. You have to be tenacious. You know, those are the people who make it. You know, and he was right, and I did achieve the goal I wanted, and I was tenacious. And I think that's really good advice. You just have. It's about spirit and will. Really, I think life is about that. I think life is about spirit and will, and just keep, if you know that, then I guess then you can do whatever it is that you need to do, you know? So that was the best advice I got. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. That's my insight. That may not be good judgment. Yeah.
I want to thank you guys once again for coming on. And this will be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and part will be on TikTok tonight or tomorrow.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Have a great night.
Thank
you.
you.
You too.
Bye, Rob.